Hi, everybody. It's Leo Brady here with AMovieGuy.com. I am so excited to be here today with Najarra Townsend. So great to be here with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, this is so exciting.
Super excited.
Yeah, it's good to have you here in Chicago, too. It's fun.
I love Chicago. I was only here I was here when I shot the movie, but that's the only other time I've been here.
That was the first time. Oh,
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I want to go a little bit back. Let's go back into the past, and sort of one of your first flashes of like success with films was Miranda July's "Me and You and Everyone We Know." I think you were only 16 when you were in that.
I was
film?
14.
14.
I was.
Holy cow! Are you able to sort of reflect and look back on that film, and do you think you were able to really hold on to everything that came with the success of that film? It had like Sundance Awards and Cannes Film Festival Awards.
Yeah, I had no idea what was happening, really.
Yeah.
And I definitely didn't like absorb it the way I would now, or like take advantage of it.
Yeah.
I was just having like a lot of fun making a movie, and then like I went to Sundance with it, and I just thought it was super cool.
Yeah.
I didn't really realize what was happening with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I was 15 when it came out.
Okay.
So I wish I had absorbed it differently, but I was a teenager, so whatever.
Yeah.
It happens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And what I love about sort of your resume is that like you've worked on so many different formats of acting, different formats of film, television, short films. And I even read, and it's on your IMDb profile, that you were in a production of Gypsy.
Oh yeah.
As Baby June.
Oh yeah.
So has your goal been to be this very well-rounded actor, which opens you to more opportunities in your career?
I don't know. Well, I don't know if I was if that was my conscious goal to begin with. I just knew that I like had to act from a really young age. My mom put me in theater when I was 3, and I was like, "This is it. This is all I'm going to do with my life." And then it was just like that was it. It was like theater, commercials, TV. I was like really into musical theater.
Yeah.
So I did that for a little while, and that was just like the best thing ever. But the older I got and the more film I got, the more I like gravitated towards film and not theater.
Yeah.
It's just different, and I felt closer to film. And then as I got older, the less theater I did. And I really wish I haven't done a play since I was 14. And I would like to go back to it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely like a movie girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Another film that obviously brought you like a whole different audience is Eric England's Contracted.
Yeah.
Okay. And me, my wife, like we're huge horror buffs. I'm a huge horror buff. I mean, it was a huge hit for that genre, and it sort of puts you, on a course to be in films like Wolf Mother, and then there's like small part in Contracted Phase 2, and I think you've got a movie Rock Paper Dead coming out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tom Holland directed
Oh,
that.
awesome. Yeah. So can you talk about like what Contracted means to you as a film and what it's like to sort of be embraced by the horror film audiences?
Yeah. Contracted changed my life.
Yeah.
On many levels. One, just like the experience of making it, and the people involved became my best friends, and like we are still like so close, but we also make movies together constantly, which is just the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And then the success it had was so amazing and so cool, and horror fans are just kind of the coolest fans.
I would agree.
And they're so just dedicated, and they're just amazing. I have this whole support system. Really, it's really really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it opens you up to sort of things like Comic-Cons or horror
conventions.
Yeah,
in general, just period. Horror conventions are so amazing, and people are there to just love horror, and you feel the energy when you're there. I just love it. I had an appreciation for horror, and I always liked it, but doing Contracted
Yeah.
and being like really introduced to that world made me like go crazy for it.
Yeah, did you have like any trepidations with the film like Contracted? Because obviously it's like the film itself is about stigma, right? And the film itself is about this character who's like afraid of stigma. Like, did you think, oh God, now I'm just going to be known as the contracted girl, you know, or the girl from that movie? Or were you just like, no, this is a great opportunity and I'm going to use it. Fans are going to say, oh, you're the girl from Contracted. And I'm going to be like, yes, that is me. I mean,
I never thought about that making the movie.
Yeah.
Or after. When I read the script, I was like, I have to play this part.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be amazing. And it didn't even, like, register to me what I would have to do in it, really. Like, I just thought this was going to be so cool. But then when I was, like, on set shooting certain scenes, I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, this is so gross. And then after the fact, to this day, I was doing ADR for another project this morning.
Yeah.
And somebody in the office was like, by the way, I love Contracted. And I was like, oh my God, thank you for saying that. Like, I love that. To this day, it makes me so happy because that movie is like, it's a huge part of my life.
Yeah.
So to have people appreciate it, even like 5 years later, I just feel really lucky.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And before we talk about obviously the new film and everything, can you talk a little bit about you've got obviously a unique look to yourself. You've sort of, like we've talked about, you've spread your wings out to different genres and different types of films. Have you had, what types of actors, or directors even, have sort of inspired you to sort of take the roles that you have? Do you have any in mind, or did you have any as a kid growing up that came to mind?
It's definitely kind of changed over the years. When I was a kid, I was like really in love with kind of like older stars like Betty Davis.
Yeah.
And I loved like Judy Garland and Bernadette Peters because of like musicals.
Yeah.
And I've for a long time I've been a huge fan of Juliette Lewis.
Oh yeah.
And I think she makes really amazing movie decisions
and hasn't been given enough credit to.
No,
as
not
well,
at all. And
right?
she's always amazing.
Yeah.
And she's done the transition from like child actor to adult actor beautifully.
Yeah.
And she's just the coolest. So I definitely love her and look up to her. I'm also a huge fan of Vera Farmiga.
Oh yeah.
I think she makes really good decisions. She's a really interesting person.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of draw influence from a lot of people.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It is always evolving. I know that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about how you became involved with this new film. I mean, Mercury and Retrograde. It's obviously, a great film. Talk about sort of getting cast and getting involved in the project.
Yeah. So I got an email from Michael, the director, asking me to read the script and wanting to know if I wanted to play the role of Peggy. And he knew about me because of Contracted, because he saw the movie and he interviewed the director, Eric England.
Yeah.
So I just got really lucky that he thought of me for the part.
Yeah.
And after reading the script and talking to him, I knew that it was something I wanted to be a part of.
Yeah.
So it was really that easy,
Right.
which, again, is just so cool because that's not always the case with actors. Like we have to audition for stuff. That's normal.
Right.
So whenever you get an offer, it's like, especially for a project like this, like it's just really cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So your character Peggy, I mean, she's so complex. Obviously, she was like the one character that I gravitated to in watching it, and she's someone. She goes a little bit on a more personal journey, right? You sort of see her from her beginning to that ending moments where she's sort of still friends with Jack and all those things,
Yeah.
right? So now, how did you prepare for the role? I mean, did you see yourself in the character at all? And was your preparation just like, okay, I've read the script, I know I can do this, or did you have to do some soul searching, I guess would be it.
Yeah. It's never quite as easy as like I've read the script, I know I can do this.
Yeah.
Especially with this role because of one of the scenes at the end. I was kind of like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
And I always like to do a lot of like background work on a character.
Yeah.
This one, like especially so. So yeah, I did a lot of work on her and myself and kind of like figuring out there were similarities to the character and me.
Yeah.
Which was really nice to work with. And really, I'm an actor who maybe doesn't always have the confidence to like take a scene to a director and be like, hey, I want to change the dialogue because I think my character's going to say this.
Yeah.
And with this movie, I ended up doing just that, especially with one of the ending scenes where there's a monologue.
Yeah.
And the reason for that was, one, like Michael made it such a comfortable set, and he like trusted us, and through the process it was obvious that I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
But also I did have such a connection to Peggy that I felt like I do know this person,
right.
So I am gonna like go have the balls to be like, can I change it? Can I this is what I think she's gonna say, like, can I do that?
Yeah.
And he was like open and amazing and was like, yeah, let's do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. So let's also talk about with the rest of the cast, right? I mean, there's clearly a great sort of amount of chemistry between everybody involved there. Was it, and especially my favorite, Alana Arenas, I believe I'm saying her name correctly. Your conversations with her in the bar what was it for shooting those sort of emotional scenes with other characters, and just talk about the rest of the cast and how much they meant to you.
Our cast is amazing.
Yeah.
We didn't have any rehearsal time prior to like shooting.
Wow.
Everything was very like last minute and condensed, which was great for my character because I'm the newbie in the group. So
right.
I got to like meet everybody and learn about everybody while my character was doing that.
Yeah.
But the natural chemistry we all had was pretty cool. I mean, they're all amazing actors and just amazing people.
Right.
And we all loved each other and got along so well. And I especially hit it off with Roxanne, who plays Isabel.
Yeah.
We had like an amazing time. And our characters were supposed to really hate each other.
Right.
But because of our relationship and the kind of like flexibility we had in scenes, it kind of developed a lot differently actually than the initial script.
Yeah.
So she was able to we were able to have like our real relationship influence the movie, which was nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, we loved it. We all loved each other. We all like constantly hung out after we would wrap and like immediately go hang out with each other.
Yeah.
It was just great.
That makes for obviously a better experience on the film.
Yeah. And a better movie because it's a movie about relationships. So the fact that we were like having these amazing real life relationships was just bettering the movie.
Yeah. So, and it all starts with, your fearless leader with Michael Glover Smith.
Yeah.
Talk about working with him. I mean, it's your first time working with him.
Yeah.
What would you say you sort of appreciated the most about having him sort of direct you?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
The whole experience was amazing. What was really nice about this and stood out was like we kind of like learned and grew together during the process. Like I feel like both of us, I can't speak for everybody, but I know that I feel like both of us started in one place and ended in a different place.
Yeah.
And working with somebody that was so open to collaborating and like so trusting, was really just refreshing and just makes it so nice as an actor. It was this movie has given me a new confidence about myself, really. Like I now feel like I don't know doing this movie changed me as an actor and a person. Yeah.
Well, I think it's pretty.
I thank him for that, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I think it is very evident, like in the performance as well. And I know it's like sometimes for actors, they're fighting what they could be typecasted in and things like that. And that's why I think, I feel like you truly show off your acting range in this performance. You show off sort of, you're delivering monologues and you're showing, multiple layers. And I think, I just wanted to sort of ask, do you feel like this performance, allows you to sort of go forward now towards more dramatic roles and you can sort of show it to people and be like, this is, well, I can do this. You've seen me have like bloody eyeballs and do things that people wouldn't expect, and now I can really sit in that room with those other actors and be dramatic for the most part.
Right. Yeah, of course. I feel like every movie and character is an opportunity to be like, here's a little bit more. Like, I don't know. I'm always like trying to evolve and grow and be better than I was last time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say the past couple of years, I've done a few films that make me feel like cool. Like each film is just teaching me things and making me grow as an actor.
Yeah.
But this is an intense one.
Yeah. Well, it's great. Your performance is great.
Cool, thank you.
So just to finish, do you want to tell our audience a little bit just about like what you have next coming up for you, and also hopefully, I don't know if we have any details on when Mercury and Retrograde will be seen for more people, but we hope everybody gets to see this. So.
Yeah, I think everybody will be able to.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
I think you're gonna be able to see it.
Yes.
What's up for me? What's gonna be
Yeah,
next? Yeah, I know. So I have a few like films coming out. One you mentioned, Rock Paper Dead. Which Tom Holland directed, and Victor Miller, who wrote Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Co-wrote.
Awesome.
So that'll be cool. That's a little like another horror movie.
Can't wait.
What do I have coming out? It's weird because so much time passes after you make stuff that
Yeah.
you forget what you've done.
Well, I know you had like a hit short film this year.
The Stylist.
Yes, The Stylist.
Yeah, The Stylist did really, really well.
And it's still available on Shudder, I believe.
It's on Shudder,
okay,
yeah.
Awesome.
And that director and I made another short called 42 Counts, which will come out next year.
Okay, awesome.
I also spent 5 or 6 months of my life this year in Qatar shooting a TV show.
Yeah, which I know
called
you...
Medina.
Okay.
And that... I can't say where you can see it yet, but you should be able to watch it next year.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we hope everybody gets to go see Mercury and Retrograde. It's a fantastic performance again. Great film. I hope audience get a great chance to go see this film, and we look forward to seeing more of your work in the future.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks again, Najarra.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.